Hello and welcome back to my channel Accountancy Step by Step. I'm an MCom postgraduate, experienced guest lecturer in Government College since 2008, working in a corporate finance profile. With the help of my YouTube channel, I am teaching you accountancy. So stay safe at home and study with me. In today's topic, we will learn operating profit and some more examples and explanation of trading account and profit and loss account. So let's start. Okay, let's start with some more illustration. So in the last video, I have explained the basic concept for operating profit. In this video, we will resolve it with the help of the practical. Okay, so let's start. In this illustration, this is also an illustration. So let's understand the balance. So we need to find out the gross profit, then operating profit, and then net profit. First of all, gross profit. For gross profit, we'll have to prepare the trading account. So let's start. Trading account. Now you must be familiar about it. This is the manufacturing account. Only trading expenses will have to enter. Okay, so trading account. First of all, opening stock should be there. Opening stock 7600. To opening stock 7600. Okay, now purchase. If we are preparing any trading account, we'll have to check out where returns are also here or not. Purchase 32,250 and purchase return 250. So total purchase should be 32,000. Okay. Now the next one is sales. Sales always we take here by sales in the credit side. This is the revenue. Again, we'll have to check out where sales return is written over or not. Okay, so sales return is also given. Sales is 75,250. Now let's find out where sales return is. This is 1250. 1250. So the total sales would be 74,000. Okay, so this is the sales. Now sales done, purchase done, opening stock, sales return, purchase return. All these are the trading account item, rent, profit and loss account, stationery. These all will go in the profit and loss account. Office. Okay, now see wages. Wages are the direct expenses, so we'll have to enter it here. To wages. Wages are always direct expenses. 2600. Profit on sale, depreciation, dividend, loss on sales, closing stock. Closing stock also we write down here in the trading account. Okay, so closing stock is 8,000 rupees. That's it in this account. Okay, now this and this total. Now here gross profit is equal to this minus deduct all these items. Minus this and minus this. So total should be equal, is equal to sum, right? So this is my gross profit. One query done. Then we will move ahead to find out the operating profit, for that we'll have to prepare the profit and loss account. The procedure would be same. We will have to brought forward this gross profit by GP, gross profit. Here the amount is 39,800. Now, okay, sales, purchase, opening stock, purchase, return, rent. Rent is the indirect expenses. So to rent 300. Stationery and printing, indirect expenses. This is office related. Stationery and printing 250. Salaries, indirect expenses 3000. Okay, now miscellaneous expenses, indirect expenses 200 rupees. We are finding out the operating profit, in which we will not consider the non-operating expenses, which are the non-recurring nature, non-operating expenses. Okay, so these are the operating expenses which as of now I have taken. Traveling 500 rupees, miscellaneous done, traveling done, advertisement 1800. Okay, now come to the next slide. For more, commission paid is also indirect expenses 150 rupees. Office expenses, office related indirect expenses. If factory related expenses, then that will be my direct expenses 1600. Now wages I have already taken. Profit on sale, so this is not the recurring or the operating expenses, this we will not consider. Depreciation is also an operating expenses 800 rupees. Now dividend is also non-operating expense or income. Loss on sale, this is also non-operating, not of recurring nature, right? Loss on sale of old furniture. So that's it. Now we'll have to calculate the operating profit. From this, what we will get, we'll call the operating profit. So total would be this one. Okay, I hope you're getting this point. What is operating and what is non-operating expenses? If we are finding out the operating profit, then only recurring nature expenses we are considering here. So now to operating profit is equal to this minus this. Now this is my operating profit. Okay, now we'll have to find out the net profit. To finding out the net profit, what we will do, we will again transferring this operating profit by operating profit 31200, and then all other expenses which are of non-operating nature. Profit on sale, profit is my income. Profit on sale 500 rupees, I will write down here, this is an income. Profit on sale of investment 500 rupees, then depreciation, dividend on investment, loss on sale. Loss on sale is an expense, loss on sale, and of the non-operating nature. So loss on sale I will write here 2 loss on sale. What is that? This is 300 rupees. Now the next one, dividend on investment. Okay, so dividend is also our income and non-operating income, right? So dividend will also have to write down on the credit side. By dividend 2500. Okay, so with this calculation, what we will get will call the net profit. So the third item which was in the question was net profit. Let's calculate. All these I am adding, and this minus this. $33,900 is my net profit. Okay, so it's done. Now you got to know what is operating profit, what is gross profit, and what is net profit. Let's move ahead on the next topic. This is balance sheet. Okay, now the remaining topic of this chapter is balance sheet. After preparing trading account, profit and loss account, the next step is to prepare balance sheet. Okay, so why we prepare the balance sheet? Balance sheet is a statement prepared for showing the financial position of the business, summarizing its assets and liabilities at a given date. Given date means at the end of the accounting period. Balance sheet is a statement. With the help of that statement, we can analyze the financial position of any company. Okay, so we only introduces assets and liabilities in the balance sheet. The assets reflects the debit balances, and which we have already covered in the trial balance. Assets have the debit balances, and the liabilities including capital reflect the credit balances. So let's understand with the help of this sheet. Assets increases debit balance. It means asset have the debit balance, and liabilities or the capitals and the revenues has the credit balance. Okay, so while preparing the balance sheet, we only consider assets and liabilities. So assets have the debit balance and liabilities, and the capital have the credit balance. On the basis of this formula, we prepare the balance sheet. So balance sheet shows the financial position of any company, and in balance sheet we consider only assets and liabilities. Assets have the debit balances, and liabilities and the capital reflects the credit balances. It is prepared at the end of any accounting period after the trading and profit and loss account have been prepared. It is called the balance sheet. So why this is called the balance sheet? This is called the balance sheet because it is a statement of balances of ledger accounts that have not been transferred to the trading and profit and loss account. Okay, so what happened when we prepare the trading and profit and loss account? All the expenses and the revenues, okay, and the losses and the gains, we transferred from the ledger accounts or the trial balances to the trading and profit and loss account. So the balances remaining which have not been transferred yet to the trading and profit and loss account, that also need to carry forward to the next accounting year with the help of an opening entry made in the journal of the beginning of the next year. So that is called the balance sheet, in which we transfer assets and liabilities which have not been transferred in trading and profit and loss account. Okay, so now this is the format. This is the formatted profit and loss account. All the assets, liabilities, capital shown in the balance sheet. Okay, so liabilities we will show here on the credit side. Here the credit side will reflect on the left side, and the right hand side we will enter the assets. So assets are the debit side. These are the assets and these are the liabilities. This is the format. Assets always debit side, debit balances, and credit and the creditors or the, sorry, liabilities and the capitals reflects the credit balance. So this is the format. Okay, so that's it for today. As per me, this chapter has been completed. Some little bit points are left, so we will cover up in the next video. Stay connected, stay tuned, and don't forget to subscribe my channel and click on the bell icon. Also follow my Facebook page. Also share the link with all the accountancy students so that they also can get the benefit from these videos. I will see you in my next video. Till then, bye bye. Take care. Don't forget to subscribe my channel. Also click on the bell icon to get the notification once I will upload the next topic. Also, you can follow my Facebook page with the name of Accountancy Step by Step. I will see you in my next video. Till then, bye bye.